Hey man, if y'all went to Houston for spring break and you're currently trying to come back home because spring break is over, don't you dare come home with that. The kind of
facts, you gonna start spreading stuff across the country, and then we're gonna have another lockdown, bro. We're gonna have another COVID-19 lockdown because of y'all. You couldn't just keep it in your pants, bro. You couldn't just wear the rubber. You couldn't have just not gone to a musty, crowded area and slept with somebody that you don't know. No, now you're gonna bring it to different cities and different states, and then it's gonna go worldwide because people are gonna travel in the summer, and then we're gonna have another freaking COVID situation. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Shama, and today we're gonna be reacting to hookup culture is getting dangerous and spring break proved it. I recently heard a little fact about Houston, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here. Apparently there was a whole STD epidemic type of thing that happened over spring break in Houston due to people, you know, sleeping around, enjoying their spring break and stuff a little bit too much, and people were getting infested with diseases. Look, I'm all for enjoying your spring break, you know, have a great time, you feel me, but also be responsible, be smart about things. Don't go out there just raw dogging a bunch of girls, or if you're a girl, don't just go out there and let a bunch of dudes hit you raw, you feel me? You more than likely gonna catch something. It's never a good idea. So leave a like and subscribe. Now let's react to this video.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, if we don't leave Houston with an STD, we ain't complete the mission. Exactly.
What did I say, bro? I literally said it, bro. Houston is the hub. The hub. That's a whole new meaning. It's the hub of the STD.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, if we don't leave Houston with an STD, we ain't complete the mission. Exactly.
And good Lord, this generation got some of the proudest whores I've ever seen in my life.
A man ain't got nothing that good that's worth you being outside in the public degrading yourself as a woman.
Why y'all folks out there for spring break when y'all got some fat ass cold sores on y'all lips?
God.
People are using AI to edit their my charts. This is not a joke anymore.
This video is sponsored by Evie, which actually...
Hold on. Pick up your sponsor, get your money. That's great. Hold on. Why would you want to post this on social media? Like, let's just say, right, you are a part of this culture and you're going to Houston. I have two questions, by the way, but let's say you do want to go to Houston for whatever reason and participate in this. Why post it? You feel me? Like, just keep it to yourself. This is not something to be proud of, you know, like, yo, I'm going to go get STD. Like, if you really want to go get an STD, like those two ladies were saying in the beginning, then just go get your STD, gang. You ain't got to tell us that you have one. You don't have to post it on social media like it's your life mission, like it's a goal, like, hey man, if you don't catch something, we done something wrong, we the mission's not done, bro. Is the job finished? You know, like Kobe said, rest in peace, the job finished, job's not done. You don't have to post it. And the second question I have is, why Houston? What's the big deal about Houston? I've never been to Texas in my entire life, and I would love to go, but what's the big deal about Houston? Why not Miami? This is something I'd expect from, like, you know, Los Angeles, Miami, those types of places. Not Houston, though.
Why y'all folks out there for spring break when y'all got some fat ass cold sores on y'all lips?
People are using AI to edit their my charts. This is not a joke anymore.
This video is sponsored by Evie, which...
I'm gonna skip the sponsorship just a little bit.
Which actually ties into today's conversation more than you think. Houston spring break has been looking absolutely unhinged online.
You see, Houston done took this to a whole nother level. You got people fighting in the street. The gas stations is full. This is getting trampled. You got people with the window all the way down in the backseat of a car riding a man to the sunset.
Between the rodeo...
Why Houston? Let me know in the comments, bro, if you're from Houston or you've been to Houston. What is so lit about that place?
Riding a man to the sunset.
Between the rodeo chaos, the outfit debates, and the way this whole thing keeps escalating online, there's now an entire conversation around hookups and what people are doing after the party is over.
Not y'all getting caught in Houston in beds, that y'all just met at the club the night prior
And trust me, once you see where this conversation will eventually lead to, it gets a whole lot darker very fast. Spring break has always been known for partying, bad decisions, and giving the locals a reason to...
Man, spring break is too damn short, bro. That's my thing. It's like spring break's too short to really have a great time. You feel me? Summer, that's when you go and have a good time. Not that type of good time though, but just a good time in general. Spring break is a week, bro. You probably there for like 4 days. I need more than that, dude.
Very fast. Spring break has always been known for partying, bad decisions, and giving the locals a reason to hate the month of March.
Every year, police, residents, and hotel owners in Fort Lauderdale cringe when the month of March rolls around, and with good reason. For in Fort Lauderdale, March really comes in.
Niggas are saying cringe back in the 1950s. I didn't know
the
that.
Month of March.
Every year, police, residents, and hotel owners in Fort Lauderdale cringe when the month of March rolls around, and with good reason. For in Fort Lauderdale, March really comes in like a lion, in the person of thousands of rollicking, frolicking, noise-making college students. And this was the worst year yet. In 3 weeks, over 400 youths had been arrested, more than in any previous year.
Damn.
A few days of bad choices, parties, random hookups. We're not going to sit here and act like that wasn't part of the whole spring break image. And let's just say, nobody was confused about what people were going there to do.
Every spring semester break, literally hundreds of thousands of American college students make their way to Fort Lauderdale in search of sun, surf, sex, and...
They are college students, and they have come for an annual collegiate ritual.
You know, guys, this is just my thing, right? I don't like going to a beach that's crowded. I can't have a good time, okay? I love going in the water. I love swimming. I love the beach. But when it's crowded, I hate it. I don't want to be there. It's basically literally a giant toilet. Even if you don't have people there, you know, fish peeing and stuff. But you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean? I can't enjoy myself when you have all these crowds. Look at the amount of people that were tanning on a beach. Like, look at this, bro. So crowded. I can't have a good time. Me personally. I don't know about y'all.
They're college students, and they have come for an annual collegiate ritual, spring break.
People come down here because it's crowded and sexual.
That's a college student. Listen, I know I look older, okay? I understand that. I'm only 20. People think I'm like 25, 26, but dude, this guy's not a college student. I know we got college students of all ages, but come on now. If you're an older college student, like you're in your 30s and 40s, you shouldn't be doing this. And you too old to be doing this type of stuff. You feel me? So I'm going to guess he's probably like 20-something. He's looking like he's in his late 40s, you know, maybe mid-40s. He's balding already. He's not looking good, bro.
Collegiate ritual, spring break.
People come down here because it's crowded and sexual.
Let's get wild, let's have fun, and let's just go crazy.
You can't imagine the kind of things that happen down here. Just go to a bar one night. The dancing, the stripping.
Cities like Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and Panama became known as the hotspot for college kids to let loose.
Guys, isn't this disgusting? Like on a hygienic level, maybe this is my OCD coming out, but like crowded areas, a bunch of people, probably not everybody's, you know, taking care of their hygiene, and it's crowded. Like, come on now, it's just musty. Nah, man. Nah. Even if you're there to smash, like, surely even the environment and the must and everything will just turn you off to everybody there and be like, yo, I'm gone. At least that's what would happen to me. I can't do it, okay? It's too many people, too crowded, too much sweat, too much. It's disgusting.
The only thing was, the more famous spring break got, the more those cities ended up regretting the monster they created.
For years, the words spring break were synonymous with Florida. People thought of bikinis, beer, cheap motels, rowdy crowds, MTV, and balconies that looked like OSHA violations. Floridians got rich off of it and turned it into an American ritual. And then, city by city, Florida spent decades trying to kill the beast they created. Even places that used to cash the checks are basically saying, guys, please don't come here anymore.
So, when people look at what's happening in Houston, a lot of them are not even shocked. They're basically coming online and saying, why are y'all acting brand new?
You know what? Yeah, but the thing about it is, right, you know, at least with Florida, it's a beach, good times. Houston, what? Buildings, wow. Like, I'm not trying to trash Houston here, but like, That's why I'm so surprised that y'all are going there for spring break. You know what I mean? Like, what's
happening in Houston? A lot of them are not even shocked. They're basically coming online and saying, why are y'all acting brand new?
You know what? I'm so tired of millennials acting like they holier than thou. Every time something happen like Houston spring break and y'all see these youngins out here, y'all be like, oh my God, the youngins are freaked out. They f***ing in the car, they partying, they drinking, they doing this and that. Where your mother's at, where your father's at. Shut the f*** up. We was on the same
But me personally, I still think what's happening.
I ain't even gonna lie, you probably was. I actually agree with them. I don't think this is just my generation, Gen Z. This is happening. You saw that clip from the 1950s where the freaking residents were cringed out, bro. This has been happening for thousands of years. Forget just spring break, bro. Thousands of years, dude.
drinking, they doing this and that. Where your mother's at, where your father's at. Shut the f*** up. We was on the same
But me personally, I still think what's happening in Houston is different because while yes, it's messy and reckless, just like the usual spring break behavior.
The hell was that, bro? Did y'all read the chat? Look at the chat. Look at that. Look at this right here. What the hell, bro?
It's messy and reckless, just like the usual spring break behavior. It feels a lot more public, invasive, and a lot more riskier.
You know, spring break years ago used to be a time where everyone just let loose, forgot about what was actually going on in life, and enjoyed themselves, dancing, partying, singing, and just doing what people did. And why do I bring this up? Because the claims coming out of the Houston spring break have gone viral, and not for the right reasons.
And somehow, it gets even worse because now, surprise, a humiliating, degrading trend has stemmed from this. I hope you have your snacks ready because this
I hope the people that you recorded sleeping knew that they were being recorded, or at least you told them after. Because if you didn't, shame on you. That's disgusting. Okay, you should not just film somebody while they sleeping, especially since that's not your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your wife or your husband, bro. So they don't even know you like that. This is the first time you met them. Then you gonna record them when they sleep? Come on,
from this. I hope you have your snacks ready because this conversation is a juicy one, but I'm warning y'all, around the 18-minute mark, you might want to put the snacks away. A lot of what we're seeing today is people being in the moment, but not really thinking about what comes after it. This part of the video is sponsored by Evie, and they focus on a
there it is. I'm skipping this, guys. Again, I'm get our money, but no, you know, when we get a sponsorship, I'll understand.
Why Houston is important because the city was already doing a lot before the more disturbing part of the conversation hit the timeline. For some reason, people wanted to be in Houston for spring break instead of the usual Florida. And with the Houston rodeo happening around the same time, it worked out perfectly. Well, maybe not so perfectly.
We told y'all not to come to Houston. Like, we told y'all. The ones who actually live out here, we told y'all not to come.
To get in a club that's charging you $600 at the door.
So they say they not letting nobody else in, and they over here still trying to charge people $200 to $600 to get in here. Yo, look at the line, y'all. Like, this is fucking crazy as fuck.
This is messy.
You see, this is what I was talking about earlier, right? Hey, I'm going to Houston. Let me have a good time. And then I see this crowd, all these freaking people outside, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Nah, I'm good. Too musty. It's too hot. I'm chilling. Let me go.
Yo, look at the line, y'all. Like, this is fucking crazy as fuck.
This is messy, but the story definitely gets a lot more disturbing as we move on. But first, we need to start with the warning signs Houston was already giving off. One of the first being the very revealing outfits at the rodeo.
I'm walking around the rodeo, and I'm thinking to myself, the rodeo then became the bootio. I done seen so many women walking around here as cowgirls wearing booty shorts all the way up to their booty, cheek shorts, whatever you want to call them. And I'm like, damn, is we at the strip club or is we at the rodeo? You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of online discourse about the Houston rodeo, an event that many families are attending.
I was gonna ask that, you know, like if it's an adult thing, like fine, whatever, you feel me? But kids going there now, it's not looking good. Or like have like a after hours thing if that's what the Houston rodeo wants.
There's a lot of online discourse about the Houston rodeo, an event that many families are attending. At this point, y'all know my opinions are very strong when it comes to inappropriate outfits at family and kid friendly places. And the revealing outfits in this space resulted in a lot of reactions.
Maybe I'm more conservative than I thought I was, because the videos and pictures I've seen from the rodeo this year of people using ass cheeks as an accessory have appalled and disgusted me. I'm going to a Cardi B concert, I expect to see ass cheeks. I'm going to a Mardi Gras parade, I expect to see ass cheeks. I'm going to an event that is founded and exists to fund children's education. I shouldn't see your ass cheeks.
That's what it's
kids out
for?
here. Like, put y'all butts up. We don't want to see y'all butts. Say the butts for the club. This is a family event. Let's keep it family kid friendly.
Oh,
Put y'all butts up.
Super short skirts and
dude.
shorts, a lot of...
Come on, bro. Really? Do we even really need to be wearing this right here? Like, she literally has... I don't know if this is an extension of the boots right here or if this is her skin. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Or if those are tights. I don't know. But, like, you can see the outline here. Like, really, dog? It looks like you're about to go swimming, bro. We should have sent her ass to freaking Florida. You know, you want to dress up like you want to wear a bikini, bro. Go to Florida. Have a good time there. Clearly, you don't want to be at a Houston rodeo, gang, where kids can see this. That's crazy.
Them just showing straight cheeks. And a lot of you are probably thinking, Janae, this is a rodeo. Of course, there's going to be some country bumpkins showing a little bit of pumpkin. At least, that's what some people would argue.
I can imagine being so bored that I would actually care at all about what somebody else wears to the rodeo. I couldn't imagine giving a single solitary like.
I mean, that's easier to say, like, if you don't have kids, bruh, or anything like that, and, you know, you just going there by yourself or with your friends, who cares? You feel me? It's not that big of a deal. I think it's really for the parents, dude. If you're a parent and you want to bring your kid to that rodeo, you probably can't, to be honest with you. Or you can, but, like, you're going to do some explaining to little Timmy on the way home about what he saw over there.
Really care at all about what somebody else wears to the rodeo. I couldn't imagine giving a single solitary like. I went to the rodeo a couple days ago and I don't remember what nobody had on.
And okay, respect, but there's a teeny piece of this puzzle missing. Mind you, this whole event was designed to raise money for kids, meaning the setting mattered.
It's not that there are children around, it's that the rodeo is for children. It is quite literally for the children. And the mission of the Houston Rodeo is to raise money for the youth. When these adult women, because let's face it, that's where the issue is, when they're not covering their lower extremities, that is face level for many children.
Are you is going to the rodeo
That's true.
or the adult video awards? Because the way y'all dress, I can't tell if y'all going to the rodeo.
Now, I'm not going to lie. Okay, if you guys didn't tell me, she didn't say that it was for children and that it's an event to raise money for kids, I would have absolutely never known that. Okay, I hear Houston Rodeo, I just think it's a place where you can come and, you know, maybe ride some bulls, get some snacks, you feel me, have a good time. That's what I automatically thought. So maybe if you were to throw these guys a bone and kind of play devil's advocate, some people might not know. They might not actually know, like, oh, this is for kids? Oh, the whole point of this is to raise money for children? I had no idea. So I can understand if you don't know. Now, if you've been there multiple times, or if you already knew the background of it and you just don't care, that's a whole nother issue, and there's no excuse over there.
The adult video awards. Because the way y'all dress, I can't tell if y'all going to the rodeo to ride horses or ride. You do know children are going to be there, right? But I forgot. Who the cares about children, right?
And since the setting full of kids mattered so much, Houston Rodeo issued a dress code. And they didn't wait for next year to roll around. They say y'all gonna cover up effective immediately.
Welcome and thank you for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. We begin with breaking news and a Factor exclusive. The Houston Rodeo is announcing here on The Factor, they're tightening up a dress code that aims at addressing what you all have been talking about. Clothes worn by some that pushes the envelope of decency off the damn desk.
But that was just the first downfall of Houston spring break. Once we got past the outfits, the whole thing started looking way more out of control. Y'all know when people gather in large groups and it's crowded, hot, and everybody start bumping shoulders? That is bound to create an environment of chaos, fights, and people acting like they don't know how to act in public.
Oh, the ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
We're being exported by the police because there was just a stampede at the Houston Rodeo.
And the thing about this is, especially in 2026, that differs from back in the day is we now have things like TikTok and Instagram. So there's an incentive for something to go crazy and to go wrong because I'm going to catch that on camera. I'm going to post it on TikTok and it's going to go viral. You feel me? So there's also that. It makes it way worse, bro. It's kind of the same thing with streamers where they kind of want to do the most extreme things on camera just to get the clip. It's the exact same thing with people, not just on spring break, but just in public or in crowded areas. There's an incentive to kind of act crazy because you might go famous on TikTok.
The police because there was just a stampede at the Houston Rodeo. So many fights breaking out. I got injured.
Well, breaking from overnight, the rodeo turned rowdy and rambunctious after people started running near the carnival area.
Yeah, some scary moments, and it prompted the Houston Rodeo and Livestock Show officials to shut down the carnival rides early.
From the stampedes to the fights and just the overall recklessness of it all, it led to a lot of people not wanting any parts of whatever kind of fun this is.
Take y'all and she got her show. Man, take y'all home, dog. Like, bro, for real, I'm trying to go home and y'all all in the goddamn road. Y'all just out here looking goofy.
Like man, when I tell you I'm so glad I didn't go to Houston for spring break because I'm seeing everybody getting scammed, people getting maced, and then on top of that, I'm seeing people having sex in the car. This is too much.
But somehow, all of that was still not the part of the story that made people the most uncomfortable. Y'all remember earlier when that dude from the past said,
People come down here because it's crowded and sexual.
Well, he wasn't wrong. 2026 Houston spring break just made it a bit more modern.
Hey man, if y'all went to Houston for spring break and you're currently trying to come back home because spring break is over, don't you dare come home with that. The kind of
facts, you gonna start spreading stuff across the country and then we're gonna have another lockdown, bro. We're gonna have another COVID-19 lockdown because of y'all. You couldn't just keep it in your pants, bro. You couldn't just wear the rubber. You couldn't have just not gone to a musty, crowded area and slept with somebody that you don't know. No, now you're gonna bring it to different cities and different states and then it's gonna go worldwide because people are gonna travel in the summer and then we're gonna have another freaking COVID situation. Please keep that to yourself. If you did go to Houston and you did catch something, you feel me? Keep that to yourself. Don't spread that around, bro.
You dare come home with that. The kind of videos that I've seen from just spring break in Houston, boy, y'all was out there. It was like an all-white party. I think it was hosted by like DJ Envy, and you would have thought it was 1999 in that motherfucker. They was in there wilding, tweaking, geeking.
Now, we're not gonna be too prudish here, okay? We could say the sexcapades that happen over spring break are just bound to happen. And no, I'm not endorsing it, but we know it's nothing new. What puts it in a different terrain is how normalized keeping track of everything and every angle.
Niggas have this on camera. I shouldn't even be going back. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all ain't trying to see that. I'm so sorry, man. But bro, they have it on camera. Somebody posted it on TikTok, man. So now you gonna go back to school, and then the school might hear about this and be like, hey, is this what you was doing on freaking spring break, man? We might have to cut you out. I don't know if schools are gonna do that, but it's just embarrassing, you know?
Has become.
I've seen the people in that car. In Houston, you mean to tell me you're in the car light on and everything, windows are all the way down. Like, I'm not talking about like just a little bit where you can see like the top of a person's head. No,
it doesn't. They ain't even trying. It's like they're trying to get caught. The windows all the way down. Are you kidding me, bro? You wasn't even thinking. They must have been drunk.
Like, I'm not talking about like just a little bit where you can see like the top of a person's head. No, all the way down. You can see everything. And then, not only that, I've seen other videos. Where is the respect gone? What is going on?
If we want to be honest, that sounds like a case of intoxicated, maybe unstable people that just wanted a show. You're nasty.
Oh, you're nasty.
And everyone knows spring break can get wild, but no one was expecting to have 4K footage of it.
Like, bro, right? If you're doing this in the car, right, then you see a bunch of people pull up to your car window, right? Surely you like freak out and stop, bro. No shame, gang. She's still going. Like this is a Cornhub video, and they're doing a production. You feel me? Like, even the dude, bro. I saw somebody pull up their phone, and he don't care, dude. None of them do.
Spring break can get wild, but no one was expecting to have 4K footage of it. But there's multiple stories of multiple videos of multiple cases with multiple people just doing it all over Houston in the name of spring break.
Y'all not doing spring break right. Like, it's literally giving fest. Like, for real, it's giving fest. What is going on?
All the sexcapades and all the people who happened to witness this started speaking out, and let's just say their opinions weren't very quiet.
And good Lord, this generation got some of the proudest whores I've ever seen in my life. Y'all don't give a damn.
That's what I was
and
saying,
I need
bro.
to say this, no one should be pointing fingers at the women without pointing fingers at the men too. But as women, I do believe that we should hold ourselves to a certain standard. That standard just being basic self-respect for ourselves.
And see, nobody's teaching the females how to be young ladies no more. Cause y'all out in Houston doing what? A man
My
ain't...
thing is, right, hey, are the ladies who go to Houston from Houston? Like, are y'all, most of y'all from outside of Houston? You feel me? Y'all traveling to Houston to do that? I would like to know. I hope that's the case, so that also we can keep that, all the STDs in Houston and not going outside of Houston. And also it would make sense. Maybe it's like a Houston culture thing. I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know how it goes down over there. But this is kind of making me not want to go. I'm not gonna lie. I might like catch this thing in the air. It's just so strong and potent at this point with the amount of people that were doing it outside. Like, I might just breathe Houston air and then catch something. I'm good, bro. I might not go.
Basic self-respect for ourselves.
And see, nobody's teaching the females how to be young ladies no more. Cause y'all out in Houston doing what? A man ain't got nothing that good that's worth you being outside in the public degrading yourself as a woman for. Man ain't got...
Because, like, you know what the thing about those videos were? I didn't even see the dudes. I did not see the dude's face at all, but you could see the girls, though. That's the worst part about it, dude. You cannot see the guys in any of those videos. I don't know about the blurred one, to be honest with you, but I bet you more than likely that's the girl that you're seeing. You're not seeing the guy, though.
I promise you a man ain't got nothing that good. I think it's just more so of being reminded that nobody's teaching the girls how to be young ladies no more. See, we can't even get to clowning the men and talking about the men when the self-respect isn't even in the room with us.
Nevertheless, since we live in the day and age where those wild activities don't just become some distant memory or that one wild spring break story that stays in the group chat forever, now everything is content, and that content eventually spreads and becomes a trend. And usually in the most humiliating way possible.
And if y'all was gonna be getting in Houston while y'all got a back out home, the least you could have did was leave after you got now your on the internet looking like a goofy. And there's multiple videos going around like that. Talk about first day in Houston. Oh my God.
Hashtag first night in Houston quickly spread online.
That's what I was talking about. I don't understand. Literally at the beginning of the video, if you are going to do this, right, just do this. Don't do it and post it on social media. Everything gotta be on social media. Why? Don't. We don't need to know. Nobody else needs to know, because now that stays on the internet forever. That will never be taken down. Now it's on YouTube videos. It's on my YouTube video. I'm sure other people have talked about this. Like, For what, bro? First day in Houston. Oh my God. You could have just sent that to your girls or something like that. You didn't have to put it on TikTok though.
Houston. Oh my God.
Hashtag first night in Houston quickly spread online, and I do want to disclaim, while some of these videos may be staged for clout, the reactions to them became very real. That being said, in these videos, people aren't just having flings, they're recording or recreating the morning after. Almost like showing off the reward or trophy they got to end the night with.
Basically saying, oh look guys, I just caught an STD, let's go, hey, you know what I mean? Congratulations.
Not y'all getting caught in Houston in beds that y'all just met at the club the night prior. Y'all sitting up here getting towed up, drunk up, then y'all spending the night. You don't never spend a night at the house you just met the night before. Then you over there slumped up, you so damn knocked out, you can't even feel him recording your looking like a goofy.
Exactly.
And this is where it started to spiral, because now they're turning the comments into Yelp. Real or not, one of these instances even led to one of the women being recognized and getting reviewed in the comments. This video has 13 million views, 1.8 million likes, and just a few of the comments read, "I can't lie, she gets a 10 out of 10. She went crazy," and "best I ever had on my roster," and "he got my old eater."
Rest in peace to this woman's reputation, bro. She is dunzo, bro. Dunzo. Even if this is real or fake. If this is fake, come on, gang. You did this for no reason. If this is real, oh my God. Bet you didn't expect that to come for you in spring break, man. You know what I mean? Now people in the comments reviewing you like you were a product, bro. Like, yo, I highly recommend. 10 out of 10, you know, great service. Like, that's tough, dude.
She gets a 10 out of 10. She went crazy, and "best I ever had on my roster," and "he got my old eater." I'm not even gonna try to think about what that means. This whole trend proves two things. One being a lot more dangerous than the other, but we need to start with the small before we get to the big. One is that a lot of men still haven't outgrown the need to let everybody know they got laid.
One thing that these Houston videos of recording girls while they sleeping in the bed and like that is showing to me, these don't know when to shut the up. They don't know how to keep things confidential, and they don't know how to keep player. You would go on a trip, you might pop something the first night or whatever case may be. You keep that on the low, or you might tell your immediate circle or whatever case may be. But now these want the world to know, hey, I'm in Houston for a weekend getting me some coke note. And I want everybody to know.
It's a tale as old as time, kissing and telling. It's just now. It's on the internet forever. And now you're getting treated like a product review. Or
by the way, I don't know why you don't sleep, like spend the night with somebody that you don't know, bro. Like you don't know their hygiene habits and stuff like that. So like, see, this is the stuff I think about and I take seriously out of experience. Okay, it's very important that you take those things seriously. But I guess if you go into an environment like this where it's super crowded, that's the last thing on your mind. You know, hygiene and all that stuff, all that OCD stuff, that's not important to you as long as you in the bed with her and you don't know what she has and we don't know what you have also. Just mixing those chemicals together, creating the next greatest pandemic in the world. Who cares about that,
on the
right?
internet forever. And now you're getting treated like a product review or like a scandal that will follow you right back home.
Hey, this is your girl right here, dude? Somebody gotta get in the truck. Hey, this is your girl? Hell no. Is that her? No.
See that? We just seen her. Look at that. We saw her face, gang. We saw her eyes. Now she finally realized that she was being recorded after how long? Do you guys see the guy? I don't see the guy.
It is.
Now, the second thing this trend proves is that not every souvenir you bring back from Houston is something you'd want to keep.
Roughly 3 million people went out to Houston for spring break. A bunch of those people had unprotected sex. A bunch of those people contracted HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis. Syphilis rates are up 79%. A bunch of those people will go home thinking that they got out safe. They're clean. They will think that for months or even years. They won't get tested thinking that they have nothing.
We discussed Houston spring break.
Good, bro. Y'all got exactly what you deserve, bro. Literally, the universe came back and smacked you in the face, man. You thought that this would go unpunished, bro, unchecked? Hell
Months
no,
or even
bro.
years. They won't get tested thinking that they have nothing.
We discussed Houston spring break not being any different from spring break years ago. People party, they drink, they sleep around and try to forget the night before. But here's where Houston feels different. Houston has become a hotspot for morning after consequences. Let's let a nurse that has seen it firsthand break it down for us.
In honor of spring break and all y'all going to Houston, I'm going to tell y'all what the STD rate has been from 2025 to 2026 in case you decided to go out there and hunch. Okay, syphilis has surged all the way up to 79% in the year 2025 leading into 2026. HIV has surged and increased in 17%. Gonorrhea, chlamydia has surged 32%. And the ages are from 15 to 24 years old with that. Yeah, so if you went to Houston for spring break.
15? What the hell are y'all doing, bro? Hey, I'm staying away from Houston for the next few years, dude.
Spring break. I hope you didn't hunch nobody out there.
This is where the conversation gets a lot darker. People are coming online stating that thousands of people may be affected.
You know what they gotta call this new disease, bro? COVID. Okay, this is COVID-19 because it was just a bunch of hoes out there that spreading this disease. This is COVID-26. That's what we're gonna call it. This is nasty.
Infected from the spring break festivities. Remember when I said that around this mark, you may want to put the snack away?
That shit on your lip got some shit on its lip. Count me out. At this point, everybody that went to Houston together probably ain't friends no more. People was humping everywhere. Humping on cars, humping in bathrooms. It didn't matter. You might as well just call this the last hump. Cause I guaranteed out of those 40,000 motherfuckers that caught something, they ain't gonna wanna hump no more.
Now that spring break has settled down, people are starting to get a bit of clarity on the situation. They're starting to realize that maybe being shoulder to shoulder, breathing in people's faces, and sharing everything wasn't the move.
PSA, y'all.
That's good.
If you do not want to get sick, I repeat, if you do not want to get sick, do not bring your ass to Houston. I know y'all know it's been hella TikToks. Everybody and their mama been in Houston. I think I got the flu. I'm having flu symptoms. I feel sick. My bones are aching.
When people started putting
Bro, Houston is going through like a nuclear aftermath. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hazard over there, bro. Stay far away from Houston. If you're watching this video and you live in Houston, let me know how that experience is going, bro. Are you okay? Have you caught anything? Are you feeling sick, bro? I don't know, man. You might need to take a drive and go somewhere else. This is nasty
flu
work.
Symptoms. I feel sick. My bones are aching.
When people start in the bones, she's feeling in the bones. That's what I'm saying. It's like a nuclear blast, bro, was there, and it's even penetrating the skin and then going into the bones, dude. It's serious out there. That's what I was saying. I don't know if it's in the air. You're going to go over there and breathe in a STD nowadays. They got a new variant where you don't have to exchange fluids. You can just exchange air like COVID, and then you get sick or you catch the STD, bro. I'm glad y'all are finally realizing, not y'all, I'm sure you guys watching this video were not participating in this, fingers crossed, but I'm glad the people are starting to realize that being in crowded environments, whether that's in the club or outside, wherever it may be, bro, is 9 times out of 10 very unhygienic anyway. And you know, if you're prepared for that and you don't care, and if you're ready for the heat and the smells and all of that stuff, you have a great time, bro. But for me personally, I don't think I could ever enjoy myself in that environment. Okay, I would just feel like I'm trapped, or like, I don't know, I'd feel extremely uncomfortable.
My bones are aching.
When people started putting the pieces together, meaning the wild sexcapades, the one-night stands with strangers, and then the first night
that's why I want to be. You see, like, I'd be this guy. I want to be this guy on stage, you feel me, away from all that. I would not want to be in here. Can you imagine standing right here, dude? Like, it's just nasty.
The wild sexcapades, the one-night stands with strangers, and then the first night in Houston trend, it all clicked that those were the layers a lot of people weren't thinking about.
Why y'all folks out there for spring break when y'all got some fat cold sores on y'all lips? Y'all motherfuckers out there sharing hookah, drinking out the same liquor, sharing cups, spreading that shit to the next person.
Even sharing cups. A lot of people do that. Like they share, drinks and stuff with strangers. Like, bro. But then if you do that in any other setting, it's disgusting. But then when you do it in a club or something, it's fine. Like you think like the germs just realize like, oh, you see all these lights and stuff. We're in a club right now. Let's not work anymore. It's okay. Then when they're outside, it's like, it seems like a pretty normal area. We can now infect people. Like that's not how it works. The sharing drinks with your friends, okay, I can understand that. But even then, bro, I ain't sharing no saliva with my friends, gang. I'm not gonna do that. But if you want to do that, cool. At least you know those people. You more than likely know they have nothing. They don't have any kind of STD whatsoever. But then if you're doing it with a stranger, somebody that you just met, especially that you met at that club, bro, man, you risking catching something. It might not be a STD, but you might catch a sickness at the very least.
To the next person. And then I'm seeing videos first night. These men is posting these women knocked out in bed with them. Like, what's going on, bro?
People started to tighten up. This installed some fear into them, as it should. No one wants to gamble their health. If you even stepped foot in Houston, we're gonna have to see that my chart.
After seeing that STD chart where HIV had the most cases, if you was in Houston, don't even worry about it, boo. Now before my homegirl asked for a sip of my drink, I gotta ask if she was in Houston, cause what?
If you don't know what a my chart is, it's basically a digital medical report. It shows your lab results, test history, blood work. It's basically the whole medical resume. Well, to be on the safe side, people are like, hey, let me see your chart before we get up close and personal, as they should. But you can imagine the uproar that happened once this information came out.
People are using AI to edit their my charts. This is not a joke anymore. These people knowingly have STDs and are using AI to edit their my charts so that they can trick people into sleeping with them. That is illegal. Especially Houston spring break.
Man, forget illegal, bro. That's demonic. That is evil. That is nasty. You gonna lie about that, bro? Why? Why? You want to spread it more so other people can suffer and indulge in your misery and your bad decision that you made to go to Houston and sleep around with the mustiest, nastiest nigga next to you, bro? You want us to share in that? No, thank you. I'm good. I hope there's a way to like really tell, who's using AI and who's not. I'm sure she figured it out. She needs to tell us because, bro, and I'm not trying to sleep with none of these people, okay? Please, I'm not saying that to sleep with them. I'm saying that so I'm like around them. You feel me? Like this STD is a new variant. This is the STD that has an aroma. So if you're like 6 feet around them, you gonna catch this. So I just want to know who to stay away from.
Trick people into sleeping with them. That is illegal. Especially Houston spring break. Check the real app. Don't fall for no random screenshot they send you, bro. It's getting wicked out here. People don't give a fuck about themselves, much less other people's health, bro.
With how advanced AI is getting, people are of course going to use it with deception in mind, but no one thought it would get to the point where people are editing their blood work just to get laid.
Now see, I didn't want to believe what I just seen on TikTok. So you mean to tell me y'all editing y'all my charts? How do you edit a my chart? I'm scared of y'all.
At this point, every single first date needs to start at the clinic. Because what do you mean that y'all are editing your my chart results with AI to give you false negatives or buying other people's clean test results? Like, what are we actually doing? Does anybody...
First date idea, ladies and gentlemen. Take your girl, take your man to the clinic and y'all both get tested. That's a great idea. Before we move on to anything, before we kiss, before we share a meal, whatever it may be, let me take you to the clinic real quick. Let's test it out. If you're clean and you're good to go, then there's no problem. problem. And I don't want to hear y'all say, oh, that's weird. Oh, why would you want to do that? Why are you complaining? If you're clean and you don't have anything, it shouldn't be a big deal. The only reason you would be complaining, I presume, is because maybe, just maybe, you might have caught the COVID. You know what I mean?
Yo.
At this point, every single first date needs to start at the clinic. Because what do you mean that y'all are editing your MyChart results with AI to give you false negatives or buying other people's clean test results? Like, what are we actually doing? Does anybody care about their health?
Now there's complete chaos online. People discussing the rising STD rates, people freaking out about it. But in true internet fashion, not everyone reads the room.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, if we don't leave Houston with an STD, we ain't complete.
Everyone's coming to Houston for the livestock show and for spring break, and I already know what that means. Because what happens in Houston doesn't always stay in Houston.
We all know society, especially online, is very unserious. The world could be ending tomorrow and people would start making skits about it. But what happened in
And to be honest with you, I'm not even 100% mad at that. I'm that type of person who is like, you know, everything gotta be a joke a little bit. And I love to laugh. It kind of makes light of things. You feel me? Like, you only live once, you know. Why spend it, you know, in fear and worry and stuff? Like, if the world is ending tomorrow, bro, I'm not going to end it, you know, being afraid and worrying. I'm going to have a great ass time. You know, maybe I'll go to Houston. I'm just playing. But, like, you know, I'm going to have a good time and have a good laugh and spend time with the people I love. And that's kind of what the internet does. Maybe sometimes they take it a bit too far and they could just never be serious about anything, and I can understand that. That's also an extreme. But the whole thing of like making light of maybe some serious situations, I don't mind that, bro.
It would be ending tomorrow and people would start making skits about it. But what happened in Houston isn't something you can just laugh off, especially for the people who are in for a rude awakening once that incubation period passes.
Thinking just because you recording somebody and putting them on social media to let everybody know you slept with them, you thinking it's funny, but in about 3 months, for some of y'all, it ain't gonna be funny no more.
3 months.
Fun is you enjoying yourself. Y'all type of fun is dangerous.
Houston spring break is literally one for the books. From the rodeo, the shutdown, the one-night stand trends, and now the outbreaks. If this video didn't teach you anything, I hope it taught some of you that not everything is worth a story, and definitely not everything is worth the aftermath. I also wouldn't be surprised if this video taught one person to stay celibate. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk.
You know what it should also teach you is that there are consequences to your actions, whether you make those actions sober or whether you make those actions when you are under the influence as well. You can't outrun the universe, gang. It's going to catch up to you one way or another. In this instance, people got COVID. And I hope it doesn't spread and create a whole pandemic. We got to hope and pray, gang. Let me know what you guys think about the situation in the comments below about the spring break. Were you a part of it? Were you in Houston? Were you on the scenes, bro? Did you catch anything? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe. Go check out one of these 2 videos. I'll see you guys over there. Take care.